Good evening and welcome to HPU News. I'm David Wintrode.
And I'm Sydney Goldberg. Tonight, the latest on the New York City terror attack.
And moves being made inside the Trump cabinet after the Mueller investigation arrests their first culprits.
And later, one-way high-fly way to raise money for charity.
But right now, I won't lie, we've been teasing that fall weather is just around the corner for weeks now. But apparently it's supposed to get warmer. Meteorologist Kit Curtis has more. Kit?
Hey guys, well I'm here to tell you all about that weather. So for your pressure systems on this map, as you can see, in the northwest there's going to be a low pressure system. So you guys up there can be expecting some scattered temperatures. And then over here in the northeast, same deal. There's going to be a low pressure system coming your way. So some scattered showers, scattered temperatures. And then over here in the southwest, you're going to have a high pressure system. So you're going to be having those moderate temperatures, so pretty nice out there. And then over here near us on the east coast, it's going to be a high pressure system. So this week we can be expecting some pretty moderate temperatures. It'll be pretty nice. Now looking to your national temperatures, over here in the northeast, you're going to have a high of 53 and a low of 44. So that's going to be pretty cold for you guys, but over here in the northeast, it's going to be warming up. So you guys are going to have a high of around 70, 72, and then up there it's going to be a low of 42. And then down here in the southwest, you guys are going to have a high of 76, but also a low of 61, so be looking out for that. And then over here on the east coast, it's going to be, like I said, pretty moderate temperatures, high of 75 and a low of 70. And then right down in Florida, my favorite state, it's going to keep being in those low 80s. So it is getting colder there, but not too cold. And taking a look at our 7-day forecast, as you can see, for the 7-day forecast, it's going to be a high of 77 on Friday with a low of 58. So pretty cool in the evenings, but not too bad. On Saturday, 20% chance of rain, a little cloudy, a high of 62 and a low of 52. On Sunday, same deal, 25% chance of rain, but a little warmer, high of 73 and a low of 57. On Monday, it's going to be a high of 76 and a low of 59. And then Tuesday, a little less cloudy, high of 75, low of 53. Wednesday, it's going to drop back down into the 60s with a high of 62 and a low of 40. And then on Thursday, we're going to be back in the 50s with a high of 58, but with a 30% chance of rain and a little bit more cloudy. So that is your weather for High Point. It's looking pretty warm for this next week, which is great for me, your Florida gal. So back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kit. Even though High Point already has their Christmas decorations up, the weather is still in the 70s. Maybe it'll cool down one of these days.
And right now in New York, the fate of terrorist Saipov, after killing 8 people in a rented pickup, may rest in the hands of President Donald Trump. The president initially claimed he wanted to send Saipov to Guantanamo Bay, but has since backed away from that call, claiming Saipov should expect the death penalty. Saipov, after surviving a gunshot from a New York police officer, told police he, quote, felt good about what he had done.
Sam Clovis, Trump's pick for chief scientist in the Department of Agriculture, has stepped down from the Russian investigation into Donald Trump's cabinet. Clovis was Trump's co-chair during the campaign, and with his withdrawals, his nominee for the chief scientist after the communications with former campaign staffer George Papadopoulos was revealed. Reporters from Mueller's Russian investigation suggest that Mr. Clover was aware of Mr. Papadopoulos' efforts about the research with Russian officials.
South Korea is preparing itself for yet another nuclear missile test from its neighbors from the north. South Korean spies have tracked active movement near and around missile test sites. This would be North Korea's 7th nuclear missile test. The last test was reported to have been a hydrogen bomb that creates a 6.3 magnitude tremor.
Let's bring it back home now to the events happening here at High Point University. Ali Ortolani has our campus update. Ali?
Thanks, guys. I'm Ali Ortolani, back with your campus update this week. Hope everyone had a great Halloween this past Tuesday. We have some great activities this week on campus. Charcoal Pony will be performing at Wannick Center's Extraordinaire Cinema. Come laugh, watch, and have fun with friends. Entry is free and begins at 8 p.m. Then, Cafe La Turlia will be meeting on the same day on the 2nd floor of Starbucks in Cottrell. Practice Spanish with friends while getting something quick to drink. If there are any further questions, be sure to contact Carolyn Adams. And if you're looking to see a music performance, you have the opportunity to see the Fall Band concert perform at the Hayworth Fine Arts Center, Friday, November 3rd at 7:30. The performance consists of your own High Point University students. Come support your fellow classmates playing traditional compositions and new modern works. No tickets are required and is open to the public. Then if you've been meaning to catch a movie with friends, this weekend Atomic Bond is playing on Extraordinary Cinema. As always, entry is free and popcorn is provided. This Sunday, the event management department is offering the chance for students to win tickets to see Jay-Z. All you have to do is assemble a team of 8 to 10 people and win a dodgeball tournament. Entry is $5 a person and the event starts at 6:30 on Sunday. Into next week, the university will hold a panel titled Uncommon Ground, Sports, Symbols, and Systems, where students have a discussion on the take-a-knee situation in the NFL. The panel will be placed on Tuesday at 6 p.m. in the Webb Conference Center, room 202. And then on Wednesday, November 8th, there will be a trivia at the Point at the Wannick Center at 8 p.m. Come with a group of friends and win various prizes. I'll be sure to win another round like last time. That's all I have for you guys this week. I'm Ali Ortolani with your campus updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ali. Always good to hear from you.
And now the plot thickens behind the Pyramid of Giza. Scientists have discovered the void and open cavity without the Great Khufu Pyramid. The reason behind the empty chamber is unclear, and since it is not easily accessible, scientists use the technique called meography, which detects density changes in the large rock formations from locating the empty void. The pyramid is said to have construction between 2500 and 2483 BC.
Also, Netflix is announcing that the 6th season of the popular series House of Cards will be the final season after allegations that the star, Kevin Spacey, sexually assaulted fellow actor Anthony Rapp when he was only 14. Spacey issued a statement saying that he doesn't remember the incident, but that he apologizes for his inappropriate drunken behavior, and went on to come out as a gay man. Critics say his coming out was a clear diversion from the real issue. A representative for the actor has since stated Spacey will be, quote, taking the necessary time to seek evaluation and treatment.
In big sports news, in just from last night after the Houston Astros clinched the World Series in Game 7 for the first time in the franchise history.
At the desk with more on the World Series celebration is our very own Kevin McMahon, the only one. What you got for us, Kevin?
Well, first of all, guys, Birdman Sr. once said, okay, we're popping champagne like we won a championship game. And then Birdman Jr. said, look like I got on a championship ring. And we saw a lot of that going on last night. Birdman Jr., of course, Lil Wayne. What's at the clip? What's at the clip? Right here you can see Jose Correa. I'm sorry, Carlos Correa. Where am I at? Carlos Correa, and he just won a World Series. He can't believe it. He's all excited. First man I've ever seen win 2 rings in one night. Oh yeah, baby, gonna propose to his beautiful girlfriend. Come on. Yeah, come over the barricade. Yeah, baby, that's a win-win right there. World Series champ and a married man. Come on now. Congratulations to Carlos Correa and the Houston Astros. But how about those High Point Panthers, huh? Let's go. The women's cross-country team won a Big South Conference championship over the weekend. It's their 3rd Big South championship in 4 years. Freshman Famke Heinz won the individual title. She is the 2nd HPU runner and the 1st Big South freshman to ever win this since 2006. HPU won with a score of 29. Campbell placed 2nd with 75. This is the largest point margin of victory since Coastal Carolina won in 1996. High Point season continues in the NCAA Southeast Regional Championships on November 10th in Earlysville, Virginia. The volleyball team's success continued over the weekend with a 3-0 sweep of the PC Blue Hose, improving their winning streak to 15, the longest in High Point history, and tied as the 4th longest in the nation. With this win, the 2017 senior class became HPU's winningest team with 41 Big South victories. The 2017 class includes Haley Barnes, Carly Jimenez, and Amy Pilot. The Panthers look to keep the streak alive as they host 2 matches in the Mill Center this weekend. On Friday, they're going to host the Charleston Southern Buccaneers at 7, and on Saturday, they're going to host the Winthrop Eagles at 4 o'clock for Senior Day. The number 1 seeded HPU women's soccer team is going back to Bryant Park after beating the Winthrop Eagles 2-0 in the Big South quarterfinals last Friday. Paige Rombach scored on a penalty kick goal in the 43rd minute of the first half, along with a Shell Michike goal that came with less than 5 minutes to play in the game to make it 2-0. The Panthers are headed to Bryant Park for the semifinals at 4 o'clock on Friday against the number 4 seeded Campbell Fighting Camels. It's a short drive, so take the trip tomorrow to support your Panthers as they try to go back to the Big South Championship. On Saturday night, the High Point Panthers men's soccer team played the PC Blue Hose. If High Point won, they would clinch at least a share of the Big South regular season championship, and they would be the number 1 seed in the tournament. That would give them home field advantage for the entire tournament. The first and only goal was scored in the 45th minute, and it sounded something like this.
First corner kick here for High Point. 8 seconds. Siggy, getting Siggy with it! You gotta be kidding me! Are you kidding me? Jersey off! But Addison, what a way to show up! That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Last night, HPU played Longwood on the road and won 1-0 thanks to a Jamie Vasconcelos goal. That win made HPU the outright champions of the Big South. Up next for High Point will be a semifinal game in Vert Stadium on November 8th against the winner of the 4-5 matchup, either Liberty or Gardner-Webb. Congratulations to all of these teams and their tremendous success this year, and let's keep that going. That's all I got this week. I will try to do better next week, and as always, go Panthers. Back to Big Dave and Big Sid at the desk.
Thank you, Kev. Now, how come you don't do your reports here like you do during that soccer game?
Well, I think I registered on the Richter scale during the beginning of this set. I don't know what came over me. I got all fired up, so I apologize.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
You know, you assume the risk. The people who bring me on in there, they assume the risk.
Well, when we come back, Livy will try and top my entertainment update from last week. And let me tell you, we will just, do either of you think that she can do that? Because I personally do not think so.
I hope so.
I think Liv's going to bring the heat.
We'll see.
And what one of our organizations is doing to raise money for charity in South Africa. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to HPU News. I'm David Wintrow.
And I'm Sydney Goldberg.
Disney announcing the cast for the new live-action Lion King movie. Actor and rapper Donald Glover has been cast for the role of Simba. Joining him as Nala will be Queen Bey herself, Beyonce. James Earl Jones will reprise his role as Mufasa, and Chiwetel Ejiofor will handle the role of Scar. John Oliver, Seth Rogen, Keegan-Michael Key, and Eric Andre also join the cast of the reboot due in summer 2019.
And now with more entertainment news, we have our own very own Livy Beener back from the extended break. Livy?
Thanks, guys. It's good to be back from my hiatus. And even though I was away from the studio, I could still hear Dave's trash talk from last week. So if everyone wants to do me a solid, hop on Twitter right now and at D-Wintrode, you're bad at McCree. He'll know what you mean. All right, that's enough workplace trash talk for now. Now that it is officially November, the Christmas lovers are starting to come out in full force, and the box office is definitely one of them. A Bad Moms Christmas comes out in theaters tomorrow, and this movie follows underappreciated soccer moms as they rebel against the holiday season in their own special Bad Moms way. Now, Marvel Studios has come out with Chris Hemsworth's guns blazing this season. Thor Ragnarok premiered last night and got an impressive 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Being as it's been a while since Marvel has had a winner, they better have high hopes for this one. This time, Thor is trapped on the other side of the universe without his precious hammer. He battles all sorts of bad guys as well as time itself and will hopefully come out on top with his hammer in hand. Now, totally unrelated to the holidays and the Christmas cheer, My Friend Dahmer comes out to limited theaters on Friday. Based on the true story of the background of notorious serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, we will follow his childhood and awkward pubescent experiences of a man that eventually killed 17 people across the 1980s. All right, so let's just talk about Chris Brown's 25-song album that dropped on Halloween night. I'm not sure which is scarier, Halloween or his thought process / the audacity he had to drop that much new music. This album is packed with collabs from everything to R. Kelly, Lil Yachty, Usher, Gucci Mane, Jhené Aiko, Future, and more. However, the reviews of those who actually have the time to listen to it in its entirety have been overwhelmingly positive. So if you have 2 hours and 30 minutes to kill, Heartbreak on a Full Moon is available on Spotify. Now, if you're having withdrawals from binging Stranger Things 2, like me, in the first day of its release, the soundtrack has been released on all streaming platforms, or even vinyl if that's your thing. It features everything from The Police to Devo to Bon Jovi to Dustin's iconic line, "She's our friend and she's crazy," because who wouldn't want to listen to that for 4 seconds on repeat, right? And lastly, don't forget about Sam Smith's long-awaited The Thrill of It All. It comes out at midnight tonight, so don't miss that. All right. That's all I have for you. Hopefully I have secured my spot as your entertainment source here on HPU News. Back to you guys, not Dave.
Thank you, Livy. Good to have you back. What do you think of our report, Dave?
I'm going to put out no comment at this time. I just want everyone to know I am preparing a diss track. I'm making an album. But that's enough of me being incredibly mature. Right now, one group known as the Inventurists are designing their next big race. The group known for designing courageous races for charity has just announced their plans for their next balloon-themed race.
The plan is to pilot a deck chair tied to 100 helium balloons over 15 miles across South African skies, 8,000 feet in the air. The adventurers have already summed over $6.5 million from the past 10 previous races and hope to collect much more over the rainforest protection cause. And finally tonight, this just in, shocking the world today, another man from Florida has been admitted to the hospital for something crazy. A Florida man was brought to the emergency room with abrasions from his penis from trying to fornicate the pumpkin he carved. The man's name was not released, unfortunately, but we do know that he carves the pumpkin into an erotic form just so he could try and copulate with it. No word yet on whether or not he enjoyed it, but we will keep you updated. Dave, I will never know where you find these stories, but that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us, being back the same next week. Until next time, I'm Sydney Goldberg. And I'm David Wintrode. Good night, High Point.